How am I sure someone like me will get married? Because it's 50-50. Though I want my lineage to continue, but it's 50-50. Because I cannot go and take somebody who is exposing herself to come and keep in my home. Maybe I think I should relocate to north because I believe that at north, those girls that are from north, they cover themselves well. How are you exposing yourself? You are exposing yourself and you think you are a woman. That's the reason why you are exposing yourself. You are bringing out your shape that men should look at it and should find it attractive. You are only endangering yourself. The only people that will pursue such a person are those ones that, how will I put it, wayward. Those wayward people, they are the ones that will pursue you. At the end, they will sleep with you and they will leave you or abandon you and they will go. Have you ever seen a princess exposes herself just for men to look at her, to see her shape? No. A queen doesn't expose herself. A princess doesn't expose herself. They cover herself. Covering yourself is dignity. And if you learn how to cover yourself, you know that you have dignity and you have more respect. Where I am living, every time I come out from my left to right, front to back, center, all you are seeing is exposed ladies wearing something, exposing themselves up and down. And sometimes I ever imagine, will I ever marry? Because seeing this, I cannot carry somebody who is already a public ridicule, who the society has already rated her as someone who is like a prostitute and keep in my home. At least you carry somebody who you'll be proud with, who has dignity, her dignity intact. So now maybe I think I should relocate to North because this is where you find Muslim ladies, even though they are not doing some of the right things, but they cover themselves, they learn how to cover themselves, and you see the dignity there. It's baffled me that most of the times when I see a woman who dress so decent, I went to her and approached her and I said that, oh, thank you so much for dressing decent. Sometimes I will just ask for the name and it shocks that it's always a Muslim lady. When I encounter a Christian lady, most of the ladies that dress anyhow exposes themselves away. For example, maybe he exposes herself, I approach her and I like, you dress good. I just say it because if you expose yourself, there is nothing good there. There's nothing good there for men like me. There's nothing good there. If I want to see all kinds of pictures, I will go online. I will see all kinds of nonsense. I don't want to see it. That is the reason. So now when I approach them, you ask them, and then the first thing you hear is Precious, Elizabeth, Christians' names. Those are the. I'm sorry if your name is Precious. I'm just giving an example. I'm not saying you are the one, but those are the names that you usually hear. Those ones exposing themselves, breaking their dignity, are mostly the Christian ladies. And on Sunday, you will see them go to church. They will dress decent, they will go to church. But when they come back from church, you see they will dress anyhow. They say it now. So now you are a brother in the church. You thought this is the woman you are going to marry. When you saw her in church, she dresses decent. But when she came out from the church and mistakenly, accidentally, you encounter her somewhere and you notice that she dressed like a prostitute. That is the reason why many of those guys are breaking up with those ladies. Because a guy that has sense cannot marry someone who was going out with on a club. For example, you take your girlfriend to a club and at the end you married her. For me, I can't. A woman who goes to club, I cannot marry. I am not a pastor, but I can't. How can you raise my children? Because I don't want my daughter to be going to club. I don't want my son's children to be going to club, and I don't go to club. So how can you raise them? Because it is our both responsibilities. In the marriage, if I'm saying yes and you are saying no, that means the marriage shattered already. The both of us has to succumb to one's idea. And if your ideas are endangering the life of my children, you see that there will be problem there. So at least I should marry somebody whose like whose, how will I put, opinion, whose opinion, even though it's not right to my own opinion, if I accept it, it cannot still endanger the life of my children. I think that is the best person to marry. A woman who can teach my daughter how to dress decent. A woman who can teach my daughter how to communicate effectively. A woman who can teach my daughter manners of approach. A woman who can teach my daughter dignity, respect, and honor. I think that is a woman that is worth to be married. And last, a woman who can submit, even though she knows that, even if she's bigger than you. So I think now in this present world, uh 80% cannot do that. The 20% that can do it, I believe, from the north, 15% can do it, or let's just say 10% can do it from the north, from the south and west 5%, and from the east 5%. Because I believe, because I have the privilege to go from north, south, and I realize that the most decent women are from the north. I realize it, they are from the north. So that's my idea, and I want to encourage you ladies to um, genuine men that loves you. They cannot allow you to expose yourself. You're not a public uh, vehicle that everybody will be driving, everybody will be seeing, see finish. No. But a man that doesn't love you, he just wants to sleep with you, he can allow you to do anything you want to do. So please, cover yourselves. There is dignity and there is respect in covering yourself, you ladies. And when you cover yourself, you realize that the people that are approaching you, they are the people that have sense more than those ones that cover themselves, that do not cover themselves. Shalom.